Okay, and we are going to get into some discussion regarding this game that we are about to watch. It is 101 Thieves versus Mass Valoran Pites, and side select on the side of 101 Thieves. They have selected blue side for this game. 101 Thieves off to a rough start this season. MVP started off strong and then did lose a series to the Metabusters. Was a really close one. I believe it went to the full 3 games. So 101 Thieves looking for their first win, and MVP trying to show that their loss was just a fluke and that they're going to be able to maintain in the eyes of the viewers the strong start that they did give themselves in the Frostbite tournament. Power rankings were putting Mass Valoran Pirates up pretty high. They definitely showed it in the Frostbite tournament, but I think there's definitely some discussion of if that was a fluke, if they're really struggling. Once we get into the series, instead of just the best of ones, they were able to get a win at the beginning of the Metabuster series and then ended up losing 2 in a row. Are they just able to be figured out? But Julian in the jungle and Psycho Carrot and Evan in the bot lane have been looking really strong. So it will be up to 101 Thieves to try and stop that. Luckily for them, I feel like they have a pretty strong roster. I think they should have a pretty good shot at doing this. I think we will actually end up seeing a bit of a new lineup from them, but we can just take a peek at that real quick. With these champions to watch, we do see it's Jid on the top side playing into PB. Both of these are pretty conservative top laners, don't go for too many crazy plays. I'm excited to see Jid show up here. And we have Jackson versus Julian. These two featured champions are a bit of a counter matchup for each other. Wukong does struggle a little bit into Poppy. If these two do end up going through, I kind of doubt it. We've been seeing a bit of a different champ pool from both of these players. Julian tending to stick more towards the meta, while Jackson tries to play champions that can facilitate his team. Silico's most played mid laner, or champion to watch in the mid lane, is actually Kha'Zix, who he's 2-0 on. 5.55 KD in the mid lane. And on the other side, we do have Valor. This matchup is going to be super interesting. Valor, obviously, I don't know what I was going to say. Prolific Silas player, which is why he is showing up there, but also pretty good at the Syndra and some other picks. But Silico and Valor did join the server together all the way back in Season 1, I believe, or maybe even before we had seasons. So getting to watch them play against each other is always a treat, and it's very fun that the rosters happen to line up so that they're playing against each other in this series. Should make for a really good one. Will and Evan in the bot lane, both pretty strong players. I'm excited to see this matchup probably the most. See how they're able to handle, or how 101 Thieves is able to handle the notably strong bot lane of MVP. Dominic and Psycho Carrot, both known as a bit of a one trick. I expect to see the Pyke banned. I don't expect to see the Morgana banned. We could see it denied, but people tend to not ban it away. I do expect to see the Twitch gone. Neela is another ban that comes out against these bot laners, specifically targeted against Evan. Especially if 101 Thieves is hoping to pick up the Twitch, you do got to ban the Neela. It's a super hard counter there. Evan does play a lot of different champions beside the solution. He just happens to be performing well on it. Is one of those players who can play pretty much anything, and we don't really know the limits to what they're able to play. Draft is going to be starting in about a minute, so I'm going to go over everything else pretty quickly. This did not load correctly. The key player is 401 Thieves is Jid. 53 games, 54.7% win rate, 2.30 KDA, and 18 different champions played. Does tend to stick to a smaller pool of champions than most people in the server, but does very well when he plays them. Looking at some of the win rates on the website will show you that. And on the other team, MVP Julian is the key player there. 19 games played, win rate 52.6%, KDA of 4.34, and has 11 different champions played. And I actually, for some reason, have the correct file. It just wasn't showing up for the matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't preview that real quick before getting into the draft. Yeah, it looks like there's a download issue with that file, so trying to figure that one out. Kind of weird. apologies for that, but draft should be starting. We will take a look at it later. We'll just let the music run a bit while we're waiting for the teams to start up the draft. Expecting to see Gragas banned out against MVP in addition to what else I said. Against 101 Thieves, it really is a toss-up, but looks like we actually are hopping into drafts right now. Expecting to see the Gragas or Pike as the first ban. Yep. Going through as expected. Yeah, it's looking like it's just not going to let me download this image for some reason. Oh, weird. Senna is actually banned away against 101 Thieves. I'm not sure if we are going to see that or not, but solid champion on the patch. It makes sense. Gragas, yep, that's the other one that we expect to see pretty reliably. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Silico is actually 0-2 in this matchup, so it's a bit rough. We would like to see him kind of come out on top. I feel like he's had pretty good lanes, but just struggled to be able to convert them across the game. But going back into drafts, Poppy is banned. Probably going to look to grab the Wukong for Julian then if that is happening. They might want to ban that from the side of 101 Thieves. But Twitch appears to be up. Xin Zhao is going to be banned instead. Pretty solid ban. Julian's been playing a lot of it. Definitely a lot of conversation around Julian Sin. And Jax is actually the ban here, so Twitch is going over, and Neela is going to come on the other side. I'd imagine you're allowed to leave up Twitch if you have the Neela. So we'll see if Will's able to get the best out of this counter matchup, or if he's just going to have to opt into something else, knowing that that picks up. But I don't know. As 100 with these, I don't think you're too upset with the Twitch Morgana into Neela and whatever else they choose. But yeah, that's just going over. I believe if the Xin was a Neela ban instead, you're probably going to see the Twitch banned out instead of the Jax. Jax is a pretty good champion for Jackson. And you can't really leave it up because then they could just grab the Jax first. But I don't really expect them to be banning the Xin if they're picking the Jax. So I don't know. Just a couple things to think about in drafts. Nothing too crazy. This pickup could be a lot of different things. Soraka, pretty good with the Neela. Some people have been saying Neela's better than Gage. I really don't think that's true, personally. I think being able to utilize your passive is really nice on that champion, and if you're playing a more Enchanter-style pick, that's going to be more likely to be in your lane. Maokai locked in, that could be going to 3 different people here. Really good flex being utilized by MVP here. It's something that they've been doing historically. It's not anything that we shouldn't be expecting. Hopefully 101 Thieves has been studying and is prepared for this and knows that it could go to a bunch of different spots. But they're trying to figure out what they want to do in some of their other lanes. Thresh is picked up for Dominic. And interesting, the Morgana hover. So this could be Thresh somewhere else. It could also be Morgana somewhere else, and you could flex it. If I had to guess, Jid, very good Thresh player, could be the Thresh top. Lilia being hovered, a really good champion on this patch here. Jackson, Probably going to be the one playing that, and Thresh is still alive as a flex. They kind of tease that that could be the case. They could be looking to draw out a Morgana ban. It could be a bit of bait. But I don't know. There's a lot of mental gymnastics going into stuff like this. Really exciting to see from 101 Thieves. Cheeky hover there before locking in Lily. A really solid pick on the patch. Then Kayn picked up, so Maokai probably going atop for support. Haven't seen too much of Julian's Kayn, I don't think. We'll be able to find out fully once we look at our stats before the game. And we'll have to see if the Morgana bait works, or if it was even bait at all. We have seen Dominic's Thresh. It's looked pretty good. And we do have to figure out where this Maokai is going to go. I assume that they're probably going to hold top or support for last pick, just to make sure that that goes their way. Scion being banned here. I feel like Maokai's really good into Scion, so I might be leaning for that to be support Maokai, just from my opinion. I'd probably target Valor with these bans. Makes a lot more sense. Just because he's not involved in this flex. I mean, maybe. But I do really doubt that. Yep, TF and Yone taken off the board. Both pretty solid champions that Valor could be picking. Trundle also banned. Could be afraid of that pick top lane. Could also be the Lilia top. So Trundle's another flex that could come down. Renata is locked in here, so this is probably just going to be top lane Maokai. Trundle probably a lot better into Maokai there. It, of course, still could be Lilia top. As I mentioned, I kind of doubt it, but it's always a possibility, and I feel like that would be pretty good into the Maokai here. Mordekaiser locked in, really good into Maokai. Let's go, 101 Thieves. I love seeing this draft stuff. Mordekaiser, not a champion we have seen as much this season. Not as much Alana in the top lane, so we do see it a bit less, but I love this champion, and it absolutely bodies Maokai. If you're able to ult him as the fight starts, you're able to keep him from ulting your team. Zed looks to be the final lock-in here, kind of balancing out your damage spread, and Valor is just going to be left with trying to counter this. Silas is his most played, but it's not a very good matchup into Zed at all. So we'll kind of have to see if he goes for that or if he just goes for something more traditional. It also counters a lot of the control mage picks that Valor's been going for. So I'd almost like to see a melee versus melee matchup come through here. Really hard to know what he's going to pick, but I do trust Valor to cook here. Actually, I lied. My bad. Silas was really good. I know it was one way or the other. So I guess maybe he was just tempting him to pick the Silas, but Silica does have a bit of a reputation for simply ignoring the fact that counterpicks exist, so he might have just not thought about it and played directly into the hands of Valor, so we will have to see what's going on here. We are just waiting for one more person to join the party, and we should be getting into game anytime here. I'm glad we're getting to see something different from Dominic. Not that I don't like the Morgana, obviously. I very much do like the Morgana. It's just always fun to get to see people expand their champ pools a little bit. And we will be able to see Julian's Kayn stats here. I know that's something that I did mention earlier. Quite interested in it. Not that. Here we go. Past performance, we are actually seeing first time for both junglers here, which is pretty interesting to me. Not something you get to see terribly often. Silico and Valor, both pretty experienced on their champions, have identical KDAs, so this could be the even match if we wanted. Just don't think about the fact that Silas is a hard counter to Zed, because clearly I didn't when I was calming it. Evan, pretty experienced on this Neela pick, did lose the first one in a sign-up, but has been undefeated since then. Psycho Carrot, one of his best champions is this Renata Glass. 4 and 2 on it overall, pretty solid KDA. PB, insane KDA on Maokai top. Unfortunately, he has lost more games than he's won. And Jid 0-3 on the Mordekaiser, but I think this could be his game here. Dominic, first timing the Thresh in a logged game, but actually did play it a bunch in Frostbite. I was trying to remember where we'd seen it before. That would be the answer. And we should be getting into game in about 3 minutes. Unfortunately, I do have to caveat that there's always the chance that spectator bug has still not been fixed, in which case we will just suspend casting of this series for the rest of the day, and it will be uploaded at a later date when we're able to find someone to cast it delayed and get it recorded. Riot Games, please, for the love of God, fix this. It is so irritating as a amateur league broadcaster. Yeah. Moving on, season records. Mordekaiser been doing pretty well this season. Maokai's been fucking struggling, 3 and 11 overall. Silas been doing pretty well. Everyone else looking about equal except Thresh, who's also been struggling. I think Maokai and Thresh both have the same problem, where these like low-budget tanks tend to really struggle. Because the strength of tanks this season is being able to just buy a bunch of the really good items for a good price. Like, you're able to hit a couple of the cheap items on these characters, but not get to the crazy builds that you see on some of the top lane tanks. Looking at player matchups, we actually have not seen any of these players play each other, with the exception of Valor and Silico, like we were looking at earlier. And Valor does have the edge here. Pretty interesting. And overall records, Thresh is actually favored, so he's been doing really rough this season. Twitch and Neela, both champions that, when locked in, are usually locked in by someone very comfortable on them, which does lead to a higher overall win rate. We should have seen, okay, yes, Twitch Neela has gone through once before, and as expected, Neela absolutely rinsed him in the matchup. Thresh Renata seems to be pretty even, and Zed has actually gotten the slight advantage in the Zed Silas matchup the 2 times we've seen it before. I think it's possible that one of those is jungle, which could skew it. Kayn does not appear to be a real counterpick to Lilia. 0-2 and getting absolutely rinsed KDA-wise in this matchup. And Mordekaiser has been locked into Maokai once before. Did not go very well at all. I am wondering what circumstances that was under, because that matchup should go very heavily the opposite direction. It's a very good Mordekaiser matchup. Yeah, I don't imagine there have been very many Maokai top games played, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. But you never know. I've seen 6 games of Zac top, 5 games of Bard top, 5 games of Samira top. Very, very silly statistics that we are seeing here. League of Legends, oh, why do you hate me? Okay, I lied. Mordekaiser is our... funny stats. Ornn, 99 picks top lane. Mordekaiser, 60 in second place. Ornn is by far our most played. Maokai's up there with 27. I'm just going to take a quick peek to see if I can find this Mordekaiser one. It is an old game, though. Yeah, Cam played it into Michael. Got completely gapped. But I hate to break it to everybody, but the spectator bug is back, so we don't get to watch the game. Riot Games. 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 My head is going to explode, man. I don't I don't understand this. Like, how do we not have this fixed? It is brutal. If it is not fixed next patch, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't understand. We just, like, spectate game. Very important feature. Okay, well, that's awesome. Awesome. Very fun. Well, thanks to anyone who watched up until this point, but I guess we are simply not allowed to watch the game. So, yeah. I'll keep the little pre-game stuff that I said about the game for when we cast it later. But thank you all for your time, and you get to see the first draft of how this game went, but you don't get to see the game. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn." Minions have spawned. Red team has slain the dragon.
Level the playing field. I was hiding! freeze.
Rampage.
I was hiding.
Blue team has slain the dragon. Red team double kill. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Feel bliss.
Gonna want that back.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Feel bliss.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. team's turret has been destroyed.
Sneaky, sneaky. It's me! There's a smell you can feel. Come here.
Killing spree. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Rampage. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, Riot Games has blessed us with the ability to spectate the second game. I do believe MVP was able to grab the first one, and 101 Thieves selected the same side. But forgive me if I'm incorrect.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, but we should be in-game here. Apologize for it being a little scuffed. Just trying to get what I can up. It looks like we have Valor versus Echo, or Valor on Yasuo versus Echo in the mid lane. And again, two champions that are very notable for these players. Wukong did come through this time. PB playing Ornn. I believe this is our 100th Ornn game based on what I saw before, which is fucking crazy. Mila Karma for MVP is really strong here. I think Karma just fell through draft last time. We are seeing the Twitch Morgue, which I think is a bit better comfort. But Julian just able to find Jackson in the jungle at the 2-minute mark on his second camp, and is able to just pick up the first blood. Really good stuff from Julian there. Knows that the brand is just going to clear that path, and he won't really be able to fight him off. Maybe I was just looking for an invade, but Valor's getting chunked here. Silico getting the advantage in this trade early. And Jid just looking to pressure the Ornn out of lane with the Shen. Looking to make early game plays happen. Synergizes really well with Twitch and Echo. You love to see this combo. Valor dashing in, looking to make a play on Silico, but Silico is going to win early with his passive. Good Q3 from Valor, though, does make the trade kind of end up in his favor. But Julian's hovering, so any play here would be really hard. Jackson's in the area, has a control ward, but Julian's behind. Silico's just dead here. There's no way he gets out. Julian able to pick up another one. 2-0 start for the Wukong. Bit disgusting. Oh, and we did not fully get it. I'll flash it up there for a little bit. We got a little game pause. Oh, okay. We got a bit more of a game pause. Here we go. Still allowed to spectate this game somehow.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh no. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're so back. We're so back. Okay. Pause did happen. Someone had to restart their client real quick. And Will and Dom are really suffering in this lane. Not able to buy anything off a reset if they've even taken one. Looked like MVP was channeling earlier, but Evan just goes in really aggressively. Karma Q is going to miss. But he is on vision here. They're looking to find Will. Will does have to flash. Ignite is burned back onto Psycho Carrot, who's dropping down really low. Twitch Poison, bleeding him out over time. Looks like Will is going for the AP Twitch, which I don't necessarily like here. Not a lot of spread on the damage. Ornn can just full build MR this game, and he's pretty much not going to take damage from anybody if this does go through. So hopefully Will does go for an AD build. This is just an AP starter item. Silico trading onto Valor here. Valor is getting the advantage out of it and has no mana bar to worry about how many trades he can take. Silico gets the shield, doesn't get the stun, and Julian is just going to show up again. I think Silico's just going to die. Flash comes down, Forces the flash out of Silico, which means that Valor is going to have the advantage in this lane. Brand is sitting right by, but he gets spotted out on a control ward that just placed by Julian. And now Julian is going all in on this fight. But Jackson looking for the stun and trying to get away here. The HP trade is so much in favor of Julian. His jungle presence this game has been ridiculous. And MVP continues to have their naturally winning bot lane. Evan and Psycho Carrot are just so good at this video game. Grubs are being picked up by Yasuo and Wukong. Probably should be able to get all three here. A good start for them. Second one picked up. Sure, third one should be going through. Yep. There we go. Jid going in, gets the taunt off. Trading pretty well into Ornn. Level 6 does benefit Ornn in this fight, but he doesn't have the mana to necessarily use his ultimate. The double brittle procs, or the triple brittle, possible in the fight, really good. Lots of damage against tanks there, but Jid only has the ulti to help his team. They're really looking for Echo or Twitch to get ahead in this game, and this might be the opportunity. Psycho Carrot did get rooted there, taking some damage, and Brand's here on the flank, gonna get some damage on Psycho. He hits the stun, max range, and Will's firing. He's able to pick up one, and he's able to pick up the second one. Shen ulti comes down, double kill for Will. Huge start with the Twitch in the bot lane. Sorry if that was a bit loud. I got excited. It's a fun play. And Valor and Silico, still trading very aggressively. Both have the ultimate available. Silico just levels his ult right at 6. Doesn't care to wait. Shen probably going to TP back topside once he's done helping out with the dragon. As Ornn, you just have to push as much of an advantage as you can get here. And Ornn already noticed he's going to start buying items, but it does look like the Bork is going to be picked up first for Twitch. So we're probably not going to see an AP Twitch angle, which is really good for 101 Thieves. I was hoping that they wouldn't mess that one up. PB shoving a huge wave into tower. Shen looking in for another trade. Both of them missing their respective abilities. The Unstoppable did not block the taunt, but the taunt didn't hit, so it kind of works out. Jid is going to trade favorably in these unless Ornn uses his ultimate. He's doing really well here. PB actually falling down really low. Julian's vaguely in the area to help, but ult now coming down from Twitch. He's falling down super low, but Neela's going to be able to pick that one up. Shutdown is there, and PB would have ended up losing out on this, but Julian shows up and he picks up the kill. Julian 3-0 to start the game, and Twitch was just picked up by Neela there, giving her a bunch of extra gold. Wukong's R is taken away in that fight. Makes it harder to use it in the future, but no major objectives are really up here. Good poke coming down from Dom here is just going to spell shield the Karma W. And Silico knocked up, not ulted on here. Trying to bait the stun out onto Valor. Echo doesn't have ultimate anymore, so he's pretty much just dead here. Julian looking to pick up the kill for himself, and Valor is the one who ends up taking it. Definitely winning this lane, but no small thanks to jungle help. It's been basically all Julian. Their trades have been looking pretty even otherwise. The Shen Twitch combo is really what you want to be scared of. They're able to submarine later in the game, which is a term that basically means if Twitch is invisible and an ability is used on him, that allows a champion to move into a spot that they wouldn't normally be able to. A bit of Twitch tech. But basically Shen can just ult onto an invisible Twitch, and then you have a Twitch and a Shen disappear from nowhere. Psycho Carrot up a bit too far here. Is looking to get gunned down by Will. The Shen ulti is coming through. Psycho Carrot made it out of range and is not going to die, but Jackson's going to find him here. Hits the full combo, and pop goes the Karma. And Julian actually stuck in a tough spot here. Silico looking to trade down onto him. Isn't going to get 3-hit passive, so Julian's just going to be able to get away. It's about a 3,000 gold lead for the side of the mass Valoran Pirates here. But Evan picked up, is taunted. You're looking to maybe dive him. The ulti comes down from Jackson, but there's no targets for it to bounce off of. Bit of a waste of flash ult there, unfortunately. I do like to see new champions come out from Jackson, though. It's fun. I feel like he normally plays more of a tanky style, so getting to see something else is neat. Jackson picking up the monster before looking to turn, and this is a huge Neela play from Evan. He's able to pick up both. Karma dropping down kind of low, probably isn't going to burn to Brand. Now Silico is the one that's been laning into PV for the last couple of minutes. Just a good rotation to cover while the Shen was down fishing for plays, but fortunately for 101 Thieves, MVP did get the best of every single play that occurred in the bot side of the map. They were 3 and 4, but now it's 3 and 7. Not coming through. PV just trying his best to take down the tower. Not that much pressure put to upside because of the Shen roams. So it's easy for Ornn to kind of get ahead. So you need to make sure that you're getting the most out of those. The first one was really good, and the second one was almost good, but no kill was able to be found for the Twitch off of it. Rand was able to grab one, but Silico, really good stun there. He actually is stopping Valor from ulting by having the W down there, and Silico is able to pick up a kill. Jungler assisted, but that has been par for the course this lane. Game's slowed down a little bit. MVP is looking to catch up in Dragons. PB is able to claim the first turret gold, not surprising. Least resistance in that lane out of any of them. Now Jackson is positioning for a potential play here. He's a bit out of position, but if he's able to just walk in and get the smite, it could be really big for him. But now the team is turning on him. He drops the combo down. Julian sidesteps to be able to avoid it, but now he flashes in, drops the ultimate. Brand ultimate is burned, getting a lot of damage down onto Valor and Julian, but just not enough. Will's looking for an ultimate onto Psycho Carrot. Actually hasn't used it yet, but could. And PB is losing out to Jid here. Taunt is not available, so I don't think any kills are going to go down there, but Jid definitely getting the better of him so far. But he's now falling very far behind in gold because of the roams, and Will burns ultimate and he's just not going to find anything. And Evan is fishing here, has the ultimate, is going to use it, and Will is just going to get caught out here. Flash is behind the Morgana and is able to pick him off before the stun goes through. And Psycho Carrot just doesn't take any turret aggro. They juggle it perfectly. Valor and Silico looking for a fight again. Stun does come through. Valley did not have ultimate up to use there. But this bot tower should be taken for MVP as well. Huge start to the game for them. And now Evan is looking so good. He's 5-1-0 on the Neela. As I was saying before game 1, this matchup is like turbo doomed. It's really hard to play into Neela as Twitch. She kind of just counters everything you want to do. And now Valor is looking for the ultimate. Got back towards Silico, even though Jackson was the knockup target. And Silico is ulting back out, but he goes right into Julian, who's now chasing him. He's super low. Julian looking for the extendo beam, is able to get it, and now Valor running away. Jid is right on top of him. Any more damage, he's going to be able to kill him. Valor flashes over the wall, and Jackson burns the ultimate. Might pick up Julian, actually, but no, he barely survives. Julian is just going to get picked up now, though, but Dominic is dying on the other side of the map, and Valor's running away. Jid's chasing him. He's able to pick up the kill. This is good for 101 Thieves, but Jid just needs to make it out alive. Jackson's here to maybe help. Jid, really good dodge, isn't able to get knocked up by PB, and they're able to just walk this out. The hat tip as he walks away. Jid knows he barely survives that one. Love to see the good spirits coming out from 101 Thieves. They're not in a super solid position this game, but they're definitely having fun.
Hello.
Hello. spectators decided we're allowed to watch like a league game once. So
Let's go. Alright, the stream immediately closed.
yeah, no, I'd stream there. There you go.
How deep are we into game 2?
15 minutes. Julian a bit far ahead, Neela a bit far ahead, but Brandon and Twitch are not like out of it. A bit of a gold deficit here, about 6,000 in the favor of MVP. But 101 Thieves has a dragon. Unfortunately, going to lose the first Rift Herald, and they're down 6 grubs, so this is going to be pretty brutal. Silica and Dom looking to get this tower, but I don't think it.
Oh, MVP did the Wombo combo comp with Karma as your only AP. That's kind of interesting. The Wukong with the Yasuo and old school pairing, you just click R's at the same time and then kill people. Very interesting, I suppose. And the Nyla, actually, they just have it all. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a nice setup for Valor.
Yeah.
Mid lane looked pretty even, and then Julian came and ganked 3 times, and then it was very Valor favored, unsurprisingly, if you get 3 ganks. But I feel like Silica's been playing the 1v1 really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Echo with the new Halo Blade setup is like kind of capable of boxing with the Yasuo a little more. The matchup used to be a lot more.
Oh, Evan did get knocked out of the Herald there, and he's just going to die under tower. Does go over to the Brand. Will flashing in and ulting, but he's not going to find anything because Orin walked out of fog and he backed up a little bit.
That boy is a glider. He is trying to be a 1v9er.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants to find Psycho Carrot here, but I just don't think there's an angle. No one can get that deep. Unless Jid is just uncontested, he's able to pick it up.
Oh my god.
Solid trade there.
The grass proc coming in clutch. Silica just trying to get farmed, so try to scale up.
And Julian's going to kill Will here. Did not stand a chance.
Yeah, this Wukong champion seems a little good, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, looks like he Silica did offer like the Lich Bane setup too, so doing a lot of burst damage since the item got buffed this preseason. So
yeah, he's been going for a lot of short trades, trying to see what he can get. It's looking pretty good. Unfortunately, the team is just a little far behind, so there's not too much you can do. If we look at the way the gold's distributed, they're just winning pretty evenly across the map except for jungle. Jackson's able to keep up with Julian, I say, as he gets caught by Yasuo ult, but he does flash out immediately. So he is just fine.
There have been some Brand players that go Ghost instead of Flash on Brand. Not entirely sure what the difference is. I think it's mostly just a preference thing, because if you take Ghost on Brand, you can kind of like kite people with the Rylai's. So.
Oh, and Jid gets cut out a little bit here, is able to get away from the Karma route. And PB actually taking a huge chunk here.
But I can't really trade
Evan is caught out here, gets hit by the taunt. Sun, Chain CC going down. He is rooted, and he's going to get picked off to start off the fight. Huge knockup from Yasuo there, but no follow-up with his ultimate is down.
Like, okay, it might be a little lost in the sauce here, but they kind of just don't care about the Karma, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if they rotate off them, then Dragon's just going to go over. But Julian is the target to watch. He doesn't have any ultimate, though. Silica looking for a dive onto Valor, and he's able to find it and ults himself out. And now Psycho Carrot's finally entering the fight, and he's going to probably just tick to death. No, he's got the shield. And there's no way Jid can catch him either. He should probably stop trying.
Oh, but he might go for it. But
yeah, Julian was able to pick up the dragon.
The dragon, yeah. Titanic Hydra built on Wukong. The side of it is pretty strong right now.
Oh, this could be bad for them if they walk into the wrong thing, but he'd be able to find the angle here. He gets just stunned off on the W. That was insane. I mean, he's dying for it, but the Echo Predict stops the Ornn ultimate on the recast. Yeah. That was insane.
Pretty clean. But they do still get Valor for it somehow, but they also traded, yeah. They did manage to pick off Valor in that fight somehow. I don't know how, to be honest, but...
I mean, he fell down really low and Echo just swings over the wall. I think their comp is pretty good at obliterating people. The issue is dealing with the Wukong and the Ornn who just stay alive for forever. Yeah. They're going to have a lot of problems trying to deal with the shield later on. I don't think anyone on their team can really build Serpent's Fang, and Karma's going to be a huge problem. Yasuo ulti is coming through here. Jid probably just going to look for the taunt. Julian's showing up too, but they actually just forced Valor's flash out here. MVP's doing a really job of just playing safe, maintaining their lead.
Yeah. Stuff. I will say, Brand could honestly build Serpent's Fang here. I know it sounds a little grief, but it does apply on all your burns, and you could, in theory, throw the ultimate into 5 people and hit everyone. Not really sure, though, because you do have the Echo as backup AP. You have Morgana as AP as well. Morgana could also build it, now that I'm saying it out loud. Should we just drop the pool?
Yeah. I doubt that's going to happen. Evan is probably just dead here. Gets hit with a full combo from Brand. Does flash for this. And oh my god, he does so much damage. Evan, huge play there. He's able to pick that up, and Jackson probably just going to fall as well. Yeah,
you
Evan
do see why
dashes
Evan...
forward. Oh, Silico picks him up, though, and he might be able to kill Psycho Carrot, too, here. Does so much of his health. Zazak's coming down, and Silico...
Actually, you did say it right. I'm kidding. Joke. So, yeah.
I did not add an extra K in there, so I'm dodging the allegations at this point.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, you see why Evans Island gets banned out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, especially into Twitch, you just shouldn't be leaving this champion up if you're planning on picking Twitch. But I think they just start egoing the one trick, and I don't think it appears to be working, unfortunately, for them.
Yeah.
Gold lead is
still
gone.
do have to obey the law of counterpick. So.
Gold lead has gone about 3k worse since we last checked in on it. Dom's looking for this pick here. Silico is maybe the only one who can get it, but yeah, that's just not happening. The Karma is too strong. She's basically a solo laner at this point. Speaking of solo laners, Orin upgrading his own Jack Show is going to start being able to get those to his teammates before too long.
What is this item called? The Unceasing Protean? Something
The
like
Unspoken
that?
Parasite.
Unspoken Parasite, that one.
Yep. And now Jackson is caught out with some CC. Julian here, they might have to burn the ultimate to stop him from walking out, but no, red buff does the trick. And Evan popping the ultimate, and that is it for Will.
Yeah, looks like their MVP is just playing with their food at this point. They're just clicking all their buttons on people they see and not really caring about which objectives they really need to take here. Well,
Yeah,
they can.
I mean, we didn't get to see game one, but I'm imagining that Nila was not as much of a problem, which is why it was allowed to go through the second time around. But
yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It went through game one?
What?
It went through game one?
Yeah.
I can look at the spoiler right now, actually.
If you can just give me like Nila's scoreline, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you. Nala was 7-5-4.
Okay, yeah, I can see why they wouldn't ban it the second time around. That makes sense.
Yeah.
This time though, you are learning your lesson here.
Yeah.
I guess this is all we get to watch.
Yeah. Julian did use the Kane counter pick, which is pretty interesting, but.
Here's something that won't wash off.
Protect you.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Water strike. Cover them.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Red team double kill. Never falter. team's turret has been destroyed.
Never falter.
Peace. Gentle waters. Feel embrace joy.
I'll be right under the nose.
Red team double kill.
Beauty.